While they may be thought of as famous for being famous, along with living extraordinarily privileged lives, it appears that money doesn't always buy happiness for the Kardashian-Jenner clan. From cheating scandals to devastating losses, these are the tragic details about the Kardashians. Robert Kardashian Sr., father of Kourtney, Rob, Kim, and Khloe, died of cancer in September 2003. The late entrepreneur, who was best known as one of the lawyers on O.J. Simpson's defense team in the 90s, was 59 when he died, just 8 weeks after he was diagnosed with throat cancer. Kris later shared with E's Giuliana Rancic, "It was so surreal. The knowledge he had cancer was one thing, but to think it would actually take his life, I never in a million years thought that would happen to him."
I believe all of our blessings that we have now are because we have a guardian angel, which is my dad by our side.
Meanwhile, Khloe shared her theory on how the O.J. trial may have factored into her father's illness. She said on her show, Cocktails with Khloe, "He never spoke about it. My dad also died of throat cancer, which does not run in my family. My dad doesn't smoke, doesn't drink. I think holding in secrets and stress kills you." Kanye West gifted wife Kim a hologram of her late father for her birthday in 2020. Anyone who watched The People vs. O.J. Simpson knows that former couple Robert Kardashian and Kris Jenner fell on opposite sides when O.J. Simpson was on trial for the killings of Ron Goldman and Nicole Brown Simpson. Kim revealed just how divided her family's loyalty really was, explaining on My Next Guest Needs No Introduction in 2020, "We'd go to my dad's house and it was a whole other situation there, and it would be like Johnny Cochran, Bob Shapiro, my dad, like the whole team. We really didn't know what to believe or whose side to take. It kind of tore our family apart, I'd say, for the whole time of the trial." Back in 1994, during an interview with Inside Edition, Kris admitted,
"I think that this has been a really tough year, for tough 15 months for all of us. And not only have we lost Nicole, we've lost OJ too."
Kris has publicly discussed cheating on Robert Kardashian with soccer player Todd Waterman, often noting the negative impact the affair had on their family. She revealed to Oprah in 2012,
"You say in your book that one of the lowest points in your life was your divorce."
Probably the lowest point and biggest regret.
When Kris released her book, Kris Jenner and All Things Kardashian, she further dished on the affair, which upset daughter Kourtney, who then told her mom on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, "I don't understand how you can do that to your family."
We all have different experiences with my mom, and I think it's not something really that my mom can fix.
Meanwhile, Khloe explained on her talk show that that experience was exactly why she could never cheat on a partner, recalling, "I saw how it destroyed my dad. I also saw the regret from my mom." In 2016, Kanye stopped a performance midway, telling the crowd, "I'm sorry, family emergency, I have to stop the show." At the time, wife Kim had been robbed, tied up, and held at gunpoint in her Paris hotel room. The following January, Entertainment Tonight translated the police report from a local French newspaper, which revealed that Kim had told the authorities, "I was wearing a bathrobe, they pushed me on the bed and strapped me with plastic cables, taping my hands, mouth, and legs. They carried me into the bathroom, more specifically, the bathtub."
We were all so traumatized that we left Paris even before the sun came up.
At the time, Kim estimated that $5 million worth of jewelry was stolen. She revealed more details about the incident, telling David Letterman that when one of the assailants pulled out a gun, Kim thought of her sister Kourtney, telling herself, "She's gonna come home and I'm gonna be dead in the room. She's gonna be traumatized for the rest of her life if she sees me."
I just prayed that Kourtney is gonna have a normal life after she sees my dead body on the bed.
Thankfully, Kim survived the incident and the perpetrators were later arrested. In 2017, former Olympian Caitlyn Jenner angered the entire Kardashian family with claims she made about ex-wife Kris Jenner in her book, The Secrets of My Life. Caitlyn alleged that Kris knew more about Caitlyn's true gender identity than she let on for the public. Caitlyn wrote, "Kris insists that she was taken by surprise by my ultimate transition to Caitlyn, which obviously means in her mind that she did not know enough. On Keeping Up with the Kardashians, she shed copious tears in coming to grips with it. Given what she saw, the whole reaction seemed a little puzzling then and seems puzzling now." Noting that their marriage had allegedly become, quote, misery, Caitlyn also admitted to intentionally excluding the Kardashian side of the family from her Diane Sawyer interview, in which she came out as a transgender woman, adding, "It was because of research showing that any time a Kardashian is on television, many in the public tend to think it is a publicity stunt to make money."
She just literally started 3 families with 3 different people and everyone over.
100%.
As the family visibly struggled on the show with the release of the book, Kim remarked, "Caitlyn has every right to feel however she feels, but why bring my mom into it one more time? I just feel so bad for my mom." It's no secret that Khloe's marriage to former NBA star Lamar Odom was full of drama. To recap, Lamar admitted cheating on Khloe in 2013, saying in a video via TMZ, "Khloe's out of town. I guess I still be on the DL." On the show, Khloe revealed that she once claimed she spent her birthday with her husband when she was actually alone while he was with another woman.
The way I was living is not a way to live. I kept in hiding. Every time there was something going on, I would have to lie or conceal or cover up.
Lamar later told Us Weekly that he'd been keeping his drug use a secret from Khloe during this time, adding, "If there is one thing I regret when I was married, it was having multiple affairs with different women." Even after the couple split in 2013, their relationship remained tumultuous. 2 years later, Lamar suffered 12 strokes, 6 heart attacks, and slipped into a coma at a Las Vegas area brothel. Khloe initially called off the divorce while she helped Lamar recover, but by October 2016, the on and off couple were officially done.
Like, there are 2 lines.
Yeah, clear as day. I am pregnant.
When Khloe announced that she and NBA star Tristan Thompson were expecting a child together, it seemed as though she'd finally found her happily ever after. But it all appeared to come crashing down on April 10th, 2018, when TMZ published footage of Tristan walking into a hotel with another woman. Despite more cheating allegations quickly coming to light, Tristan was in the delivery room with Khloe as they welcomed their daughter True just 2 days after the news first broke. The new parents managed to quietly stay together throughout the scandal, but Tristan reportedly slipped up again less than a year later, this time with Kylie Jenner's then BFF, Jordyn Woods. Jordyn later claimed on Red Table Talk that the two only shared a peck on the lips. Regardless, Khloe and Tristan split in February 2019.
And in all of this, I'm now all of a sudden getting death threats, threatening my child, like the craziest things.
But by August 2020, Us Weekly reported the pair was on again. That October, E! showed the couple getting cozy at Kim's birthday celebration, and the two basically confirmed their reconciliation with coordinating Halloween costumes later that month. Caitlyn shares 6 children with 3 women: Brett Jenner and Cassandra Marino with Christy Crownover, Brody and Brandon Jenner with Linda Thompson, and of course Kendall and Kylie Jenner with Kris. But in more recent years, the former Olympian has admitted to having some regrets about her parenting. Noting that she was struggling with her own issues throughout her children's early lives, she told Woman's Hour, "I can't use that as an excuse. No matter what your problems are, you gotta be there for your kids, and I really wasn't." Further affirming the situation, Brandon Jenner claimed in the 2020 book, "To me, he was just dad. I didn't see my father more than half a dozen times between ages 8 and 25. Similarly, on The Hills reboot, Brandon's brother Brody explained, "Bruce was just never really around. So yeah, it really wasn't any relationship."
I'm used to not having a great relationship my entire life with my dad.
But it appears things may have taken a turn for the better in recent years. Daughter Cassandra told People, "My relationship with Caitlyn is much better than with Bruce, but we still have a lot of work to do. We didn't talk for years, and now we see each other every couple of weeks and talk on the phone." In 2015, the Daily Mail published photos of Scott Disick in Monte Carlo with his ex-girlfriend Chloe Bartoli. Meanwhile, an insider alleged to Us Weekly, "Scott and Chloe flirt all the time. Kourtney does not want her around Scott." Even though a source close to Bartoli told E! that the pair were just friends, the damage was already done. Soon after the photos leaked, yet another person close to the situation told the outlet, "Kourtney dumped him after she saw the pics, and he hasn't been home after a month-long party binge." Keeping Up with the Kardashians documented the aftermath that September, with Kourtney tearfully lamenting,
"I've worked so hard to keep this family together."
But it appears the family is now thriving in their new normal, and Kourtney and Scott have become devoted co-parents to their kids. In February 2015, Caitlyn was involved in a fatal multi-car crash in Malibu. According to CNN, her car rear-ended a Lexus driven by a woman named Kim Howe, sending Howe's vehicle into oncoming traffic, where she was struck and killed. 5 children and 2 adults were also hospitalized following the incident. Caitlyn said in a statement via E! News, "My heartfelt and deepest sympathies go out to the family and loved ones, and to all of those who were involved or injured in this terrible accident. It is a devastating tragedy, and I cannot pretend to imagine what this family is going through at this time. I am praying for them. I will continue to cooperate in every way possible."
What do you remember about the accident?
Very little. I remember it happening, and that's about it.
Radar Online reported that Caitlyn didn't appear to be on the phone before the crash, but was allegedly smoking a cigarette. Jenner told the court that paparazzi played a role in the accident, according to USA Today. Prosecutors did not charge the star, but ABC News reported that Caitlyn paid $800,000 in 2018 to settle a wrongful death lawsuit stemming from the crash. Kim shares 4 kids with Kanye, but it certainly wasn't easy for her to become a mom. In 2019, she opened up about her fertility struggles, which involved a miscarriage scare during her first pregnancy due to heavy bleeding. She revealed on Instagram, "When I was pregnant with my daughter North, I had a condition called preeclampsia or toxemia, which is basically when the mom's organs start to shut down. The only way to get rid of that is to deliver the baby." But after Kim delivered North, her placenta remained inside her body, specifically in her uterus. Kim told Elle, "That's what women usually die from in childbirth. You hemorrhage and bleed to death, and they can't stop it." Unfortunately, Kim suffered from the same condition during her second pregnancy with her son Saint. Considering the extreme complications, she and Kanye then welcomed daughter Chicago and son Psalm via gestational carrier.
I am just so thankful for my beautiful kids. No matter how they came to me.
Kanye has long been open about living with bipolar disorder and once referred to his mental illness as his, quote, superpower when tapping into his creativity, according to Forbes. But a series of events during the summer of 2020 caused growing concern for his well-being among the Kar-Jenner clan. After announcing his ill-fated run for president, Kanye launched a series of now-deleted tweets about the family, particularly Kim and Kris. He wrote, "Kim was trying to fly to Wyoming with a doctor to lock me up like in the movie Get Out because I cried about saving my daughter's life yesterday." Kanye was reportedly referring to initially wanting Kim to get an abortion when she was pregnant with their daughter North, according to People. He made a similar claim against Kris, whom he'd nicknamed Kris Jong-un after the North Korean dictator, claiming that she was banned from seeing his kids and adding that he'd been trying to negotiate a divorce from Kim since November 2018. Addressing her husband's alarming social media activity, Kim said in a statement via TMZ, "As many of you know, Kanye has bipolar disorder. Anyone who has this or has a loved one in their life who does knows how incredibly complicated and painful it is to understand."
That's not stuff we put on social media.
Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite celebs are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.